Imagine this. You're deep in the wilderness, miles from civilization, surrounded by towering pines and the kind of silence that presses against your ears. That's where I was. Blackwood Ridge, a forgotten corner of Oregon's Cascade Range. My name's Jake, and I'm an avid hiker. I'd heard the rumors about this place, missing hikers, strange lights in the trees, but I thought they were just campfire tales. Until last fall, when I learned the hard way, some legends are real, and some shadows don't stay in the dark. It was late October, the air crisp with that earthy smell of fallen leaves. I'd planned a solo trek, 3 days up the ridge and back. The trail was unmarked, but I had my map, compass, and enough gear to feel invincible. The first day was uneventful. Just me, the crunch of gravel under my boots, and the occasional deer darting through the underbrush. By nightfall, I'd set up camp near a small clearing, the stars piercing through the canopy like tiny eyes watching me. That's when I heard it. A whisper. Not the wind, not an animal, just a faint human-like murmur coming from the trees. I chalked it up to exhaustion and crawled into my tent. The next morning, things got weird. My compass was spinning wildly, like it couldn't find north. My map had a wet spot on it, though I hadn't spilled anything. And the ink over Blackwood Ridge was smeared, unreadable. I shook it off and kept hiking, but the whispers followed me. They were louder now, overlapping like a crowd just out of sight. I'd stop, and they'd stop. I'd move, and they'd start again. By noon, I stumbled across something that made my stomach drop. A boot. Not old or weathered, just a single hiking boot, laces tied, sitting upright in the middle of the trail like someone had stepped out of it and vanished. I should have turned back, but I'm stubborn. I pressed on, the whispers growing into voices, distinct words now. Stay. Help us. My heart was pounding, but I told myself it was my mind playing tricks. Then I saw the cabin. It wasn't on my map. An old, rotting shack half swallowed by vines, its windows black and empty. The air around it felt heavy, like stepping into a freezer. I don't know why I went inside. Curiosity, maybe, or something pulling me. Inside, the walls were scratched with tally marks, hundreds of them, and the floor was littered with gear. Backpacks, a flashlight, a torn jacket. In the corner, a pile of boots, dozens of them, all different sizes. The voices erupted, deafening, screaming. "You're here!" I bolted for the door, but it slammed shut. That's when I saw them, shadows, human-shaped, rising from the floor. They didn't have faces, just hollow pits where eyes should have been. One reached for me, its whisper clawing into my skull. "You can't leave." I grabbed a rusted axe from the wall and swung at the door, splintering it open. I ran, tripping over roots, the voices chasing me. "Stay, stay." Their cold fingers brushing my neck. My pack snagged on a branch and ripped away, but I didn't stop. I ran until my legs burned and the forest went silent. I made it back to my car somehow, shaking, half dead from exhaustion. When I got home, I tried to forget it. But a week later, I found something in my jacket pocket, a Polaroid I didn't take. It showed me standing in front of that cabin, smiling, surrounded by those shadows. And on the back, in shaky handwriting, it said, "You'll come back." I haven't hiked since, but sometimes, at night, I hear them. Whispers from the dark, calling my name. Blackwood Ridge isn't just a place, it's alive. And it doesn't let go. So next time you're out in the woods, listen closely. If the shadows start to whisper, run.